Okay, so this is going to look at sampling. So how you will choose your participants for a certain experiment. And the first type of sampling we're going to look at is independent groups or independent measures. It doesn't matter which description you use, it's both the same thing. So an independent groups design. So this is where you would recruit a group of participants. You would divide them into two. One group would do the experimental task with the independent variable set for condition 1. So if you think about the memory study where you're looking at state-dependent memory, for example, this group would be the sober group. And the second group would do the experimental condition with the independent variable set for condition 2. So for example, this group would be the drunk group. What you would then do is measure the dependent variable for each group. And you would compare the results for the two groups. So that's an independent groups design. So different groups taking part in different conditions of the independent variable. So the next design is a repeated measures design. This is where you would recruit a group of participants, and you would have two different conditions in your experiment. The participants would do the experimental task with the independent variable set for condition 1. And then the same group would repeat the experiment with the independent variable set for condition 2. And then you would compare the results for the two conditions. So in a repeated measures design, you've got the same group of participants that take part in all the conditions of the independent variable. With the repeated measures design, what you have to do is to use what we call counterbalancing. And this is to reduce order effects. So you can get order effects like practice and boredom. And what counterbalancing does is it tries to reduce these effects in a repeated measures design. So what you would do in this case is you could get half the group to do condition A first, followed by condition B. You would then get the other half of the group to do condition B first, followed by condition A. Which is the acronym ABBA. So A then B and then B and then A. What this is counterbalancing, and it tries to reduce the order effects, which is an issue that you might have if you're using repeated measures design. Another design you could use is a matched pairs design. This is where you recruit a group of participants. You find out what sort of people you have in your group, and you recruit another group that matches relevant characteristics as your initial group of participants, for example, intelligence. So you normally match them based on a pre-existing condition that can be measured, a pre-existing situation that can be measured. And then you treat the experiment as an independent measures group. So one group takes part in condition 1, one group takes part in condition 2. But then you've got matched pairs here, and you would compare the results for the matched pairs.